Hi, Carol Fitzgerald here once again with a bean and corn casserole for you. This is a one-dish meal. It's very easy to prepare. It's an adaptation of a McDougall recipe. If you've ever heard about Dr. McDougall and his wife Mary, they do adventure trips. And if you ever get a chance to go on an adventure trip with the McDougalls to Costa Rica, go. It was one of my most favorite vacations ever. They had 3 bountiful buffets every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that was all vegan. And they call it a vegetarian trip. But when I called and I said, do you have any vegan food? They said, it's all vegan. And I said, well then why do you call it vegetarian? Well, because some people are not accustomed to hearing the term vegan, so they just call it vegetarian. Vegan really means no animal products at all. No cheese, no eggs, no meat, fish, chicken, beef, pork, and no dairy at all. So anyway, we had the best time on that trip. We went whale watching and zip lining and horseback riding and snorkeling and scuba. I mean, everything you could think to do they did on that trip in Costa Rica. It was just the most fun trip I've ever had in my life, actually. So again, if you get a chance to do that, I would highly recommend it. You can Google McDougall on the internet, and he talks about those trips on his website, dr-mcdougall.com, dr-mcdougall.com. Anyway, this is an adaptation of one of the recipes that Mary had in her book. I changed it a little bit. And it's called a bean and corn casserole. I call it a bean and corn casserole. It has, these are some of the ingredients: chunky tomato sauce, white onions, sweet onions. I've got some green onions here, paprika and cumin, a tablespoon of each. I have a combination of beans, pinto, black, and white cannellini beans, corn, and some sliced black olives. And this just gets layered in a casserole. A friend of mine made this dish a couple of weeks ago when they were down here in Florida and invited us over. And usually people who invite me over are friends. They'll take something out of my cookbook, because if they're not vegan, they don't really know what to prepare for me. So I say, anything is fine. I'm happy with a big salad, really. But tomorrow night I'm having company. I have a group of girls. We get together once a month and we all take turns hosting, and the person who hosts does the main meal and a salad, and then everyone else brings the sides to go with it. And then we have a complete meal, and it's not one, huge task on any one person's shoulder. So let's layer this casserole. We're going to start with tomato sauce in here. I hope I didn't just splash on my sweater, did I? The chunky tomato sauce. And then some onions, just sprinkle them in with clean hands. I always wash my hands, and I always told my children to do that too. Clean hands, always. And a good cook always cleans up after themselves too. My husband is great. He does the cleanup for me usually. And then just sprinkle this in. And some beans. And we're going to serve this over brown rice tomorrow. So whoever is bringing the starch, she asked what to bring, and I said bring brown rice. And we're going to I'm going to put this in the oven. It goes in at 350 for 25 to 30 minutes. And then it goes over the brown rice. It's really, really easy to prepare. So more tomato sauce. We're going to just, as I said, layer everything. I think I did splatter that time. We went out last night for Mother's Day and to an Italian restaurant, and wouldn't you know, I came home with sauce on my top, but thank God it came out today. Okay, so we're going to do the green onions, more white onions, cumin and paprika. I think I'll just put the rest of that on there. More corn. And the rest of the beans. And then at the end, we're going to do the sauce again. This smells so good. I'm wishing I could have it tonight. I've been standing here smelling this tomato sauce. If you happen not to be vegan or vegetarian watching this show now, either on my website or on my YouTube channel, and you want to put some cheese in it, go right ahead. But if you're vegan, of course, I know you won't want to do that. And then on top of this goes black olives, sliced black olives. And what I'm not going to put on right now, because actually I am making this ahead, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to wrap it very tightly and put it in the refrigerator overnight, and so the flavors will mingle. Tomorrow it's going to be just delicious. But what I'm not putting on now are tortilla chips that I've crumbled and put into a baggie, all ready to go, so that when I'm ready to put this in the oven, I will sprinkle it with the tortilla chips, and in the oven it goes again, 350 for 25 to 30 minutes. And I'm going to take it out, put it on my buffet, serve it over the brown rice, and everybody's going to enjoy it. I just know that. So thanks for watching. Visit my website. My book is on my website, actually this with more wonderful recipes, and this recipe is in my book. You don't have to be vegan to enjoy these meals. Thanks for coming. Take care. Bye.